Welcome back to this already the final segment of today's Price of Business, and I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You know, I love having my friends on from Standard Supply, the heating and air conditioning company. Really, right now, they're only doing air conditioning, I'm sure. Lance Malone, often in the studios, but sometimes we get to enjoy the company of Chris Reeves. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm awesome. Glad to have you here. By the way, the website for Standard Supply is ssdhvac.com. Chris, tell us a little bit about the great work you guys do to help all these excellent companies provide excellent service. And then introduce your guest today, which I think is going to be a great one.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, Standard Supply is a wholesale distributor of air conditioning, heating, refrigeration, and ventilation products. And we've been serving the best contractors in Texas help their homeowners since 1946. You can learn more about Standard Supply at ssdhvac.com. And today we have with us Manny Ramirez, the owner of Windchill AC. His phone number, he can be reached at 713-885-8042 or online at windchillac.com. Welcome, Manny.
Hi, good morning, Chris. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here.
Glad to have you on.
Yeah,
kind of give us the elevator speech, if you will, about your company. Yeah.
Okay, well, a little bit about my background. I'm a civil engineer, graduated from U of H. I'm a Coug back in 2005. And when the recession hit, I scratched my head and figured out, hey, I live in Houston. It's a great city for the AC industry. A friend of mine got me into it, and I've fallen in love. We opened up Windchill AC, and we've been servicing this great community for about 4 or 5 years now.
Fantastic. Chris?
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about preventive maintenance today.
Okay.
Manny, how many times a year is it recommended to perform a maintenance on a typical HVAC system?
It's recommended about twice a year, Chris. Once in the fall and once in the spring to really, take a look at, what's going on and save you some money and some time, and to be proactive about it really helps everyone out to where you're not stressing once the heat gets here, and you're prepared.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that's good. And, right now, it seems like people either know they're in good shape or they're already in trouble because this thing's been running pretty strong. And now this last week, we've had the hottest single day, I think, in like 2 years or something like
yesterday.
that. So you're getting a pretty big alarming response due to that?
Oh, my God, we're overwhelmed, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Work is always welcomed, and we're in the thick of things. So right now there is no preventative maintenance done. We are just going out there and helping customers with whatever they need.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Go ahead, Chris.
Manny, can you give us an estimate on what percentage of households out there do preventive maintenance on their AC system?
Oh, gosh, Chris, I think it probably doesn't even get up to 20%. It's very low. And, to get the word out for people to keep it in mind, it's one of those things that you really don't pay attention to until it's, ultimately necessary. Do some preventive maintenance. Give us a call.
Yeah, no question about it. It makes sense. These cliches like an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. When you consider the fact that the AC is the second most expensive part of your home, only after your home, man, I can't think of anything else that would make more sense than getting an ounce of prevention.
Absolutely. You give us a call, windchillac.com, and we'll get out there. We'll take a look at it, and we'll have you fixed up and ready in no time. And our customers, it's mostly word of mouth and referral, and they love us. And we have a lot of great customers, and mostly the west side of town, but we'll travel outside of it.
Yeah, very good. Chris?
Yeah, what tasks are typically performed on your AC system when your company shows up to perform?
Well, we get there, we take a look at the entire system, but mostly we'll clean the condenser, we'll check the Freon levels, we'll change filters, and see if there's any dead spots in the house where, they don't get the right temperature or whatnot, and, air balancing issues, and talk to the homeowner to see, what they might, have any issues with.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to mention again, windchillac.com, windchillac.com. Chris?
Why is it Why is a preventive maintenance necessary and important?
Well, it's important because by being proactive about, your AC needs or whatnot, or your heating needs, you save a lot of money and you save time. And by doing those two things, you also have the peace of mind that, you're going to hit the summer and that's one less thing to worry about. And it's a huge thing because, it's going to take away from your daily life. You're going to work or whatnot. You're not going to be able to sleep well if you can't have the right temperature. You got the house all humid, and it could mold up, with these new homes coming out with the foam, insulation. You need your AC to always be running. That's why a preventative maintenance program with Winchell AC is such a good idea.
Yeah, very interesting. And in fact, and if you're losing sleep, if you're not losing sleep about how hot it is, you're losing sleep because of how high your electricity bill is because you have an old inefficient air conditioner as well, or one that hasn't been maintained.
That's absolutely right. And by going and take a look at it, you'd be amazed how much money you save by calling us in comparison to spending it on your electricity bill.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris.
Okay. How much should a homeowner expect to pay for properly performed preventive maintenance?
Anywhere from $100 to $150, Chris.
Yeah. And I think, again, people need to be very mindful of the fact that if they're not taking care of their AC, they're not taking care of one of the most expensive parts of their home. They're literally begging for problems. And so I know I'm currently renting kind of between owning homes, and I love renting because that thing, that air conditioner, that's my landlord's problem. I love that that prospect. But I tell you, when I owned my last home, it's like I was on top of that thing because you simply don't want it to go out. And it's mind-boggling to me when you consider how brutal Texas is when it comes to how hot it is, that people have kind of a nonchalant attitude when it comes to their AC.
That's absolutely right. And, we're happy to help and to service the community in the best way we can. Our service techs are licensed, they're insured, and they're very personable to where, whatever, we're small enough to where you could always get a hold of me, Manny Ramirez. And here at Winchell AC, we're happy to help and love Houston, Texas.
Well, I think it's phenomenal what you guys do. By the way, how many employees you all have?
We have about 10 right now.
Very good.
Yeah.
And want to wrap it up for us, Chris?
Sure. Just one last question. We talked about homeowners and residential. What about the cost on the commercial preventive maintenance for commercial businesses?
The commercial side, it greatly varies. It depends on the size of the business. What kind of business? If it's a pizzeria or it's just an office space to where you're not generating that much heat, it just really depends. We'd have to go out there and take a look at it.
Yeah, it all varies. You got to be really careful. Real quickly, one more time, give your website, Manny.
Yeah, that's windchillac.com. That's windchillac.com. WINDCHILLAC.com. And we're actually fixing it for the mobile sites and everything right now, so it's under construction. But it should be up.
Yeah,
pretty soon.
And Chris Reeves, your contact information, your website?
Yes, it's www.sSDHVAC.com.
Yep. Great stuff always. And, I get great feedback from people who like knowing how to take care of their home. And you guys there at Standard Supply bringing in great experts like Manny. It's awesome.
We appreciate it.
You bet. All right. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to have much more for you. I do want to remind you, the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. And the best content here does show up over there at usdatareview.com. Like them both on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, and have a great rest of your day right here.